So fixing, I'm going to catch myself because fixing right there is the word that comes from all this self-judgment, thinking there's something wrong with us. It takes us slowing down and spending time doing no outward distracting things. These door closed with you. Self-care is the gateway to self-love. And self-care, if you tell yourself to behave in ways that love and honor yourself, you're going to notice, if you don't know if you love yourself or not, if you're convinced you love yourself and you're like, fine, physically do some self-love, some self-care. See if you can sit with yourself, your company, no distractions, no phone, no screen, no music. How long can you sit in someone else's company? How long can you sit with distractions? Fucking forever, right? All day. All day and like with very little sleep. If you're really good that day. So I'm going to speak more on this. But this is the introduction to this for me. This for me is a self-care. That took me, do you know how fucking long? It is 3:11 p.m. It has taken me all goddamn day since fucking 6:30 a.m. to get myself to do something that is so me. Like, I fucking love the camera. I fucking love seeing myself on film. I'm like, yes. Like, I want to eat you. So that's self-care. There ain't nothing else here. And I'm doing something for myself that I really love. This is more like an after self-care when I like sit and meditate. And by meditate, I mean just like sit and check in. Check in with how I'm feeling. Check in why I'm feeling that way. Check in what happened. Check in what is the perspective that I'm taking on this. Is that perspective true? Who did it come from? Where did it come from? What was the one fucking moment that I agreed with that perspective is what these things mean? Because the idea, the notion of failure, people, is like, the thing that I think gets us all, the emotions that get us all, is fear and anger. And the like modern day fact of what that conceptually looks like is produced in failure, in that word, which is just a belief that things are failures. And the only reason something can be a failure is if we're outwardly looking for this acceptance and this check that like it was approved by someone else. It was approved by what was supposed to be a certain way. Other than what it really just is like a back and forth feedback communication with the universe. So it's this language, we have bought into this language of believing like what that word means, what failure means, that it's even a thing. Like if you sit with that word. If you're like not knowing what to do with your time just on your own and checking in is like new to you, think about what you think about and write it out. Write it out. Just a shitty first draft of anything, of what's going on. That's the acceptance piece of like, just creatively be with yourself to distinguish what is yourself, right? Like to determine What is our parents? What is our friends? What is our family? What is our business? What is our culture? What is our community? What is our constructs? And what is our soul? Like, what is just that, like, I fucking know who I am. But I don't think I really know who I am because I don't think I should be that way. So yeah, I don't really know who I am. And I think that's who I am. That is like, that's it. That's pretty close. All that crazy feeling that comes after our certainty and placing like all this uncertainty over it, rather than just being certain and having fun with the uncertainty. Like everything's the gift, everything's giving to us if we just can radically accept it non-judgmentally. See what you think when you think about failure. What comes up? Whose voices come up? What do you do when you think of that? How do you behave once you feel like you've had a failure? What do you do before when you've decided you're probably gonna have a failure? It's exploring everything around your soul. Everything around you is what you explore. It's how you do it with everything else. You do it on your apps on your phone. You explore those. You explore pictures. You explore when you play video games. You explore that world in there. You explore how to win. You explore your businesses. You explore the news when you listen to that and read that. But none of that is done on ourselves. And so by being around so much distraction and so much certainty, the club life is fucking certain. Like for everyone in there that is totally off balance of being like at peace and accepting themselves, they play to certainty so much. It's an original certainty, but they play to it, right? And they create such a certain environment that like, oh, you be around that too long, you start buying into it because the numbers, they're outnumbering you, literally. I would work there and I'd be like, ooh, wow. I would meet, it didn't matter who I met in there. They would just like rebuild some part of the environment, the certainty, just by being in there, right? Just the experience just all builds together, and everyone's connected when they're all in the same environment, behaving similarly. So individually and on separate times, you meet them at different parts of the week. It's like, it's not personal to them at all. It's just that behavior is cultivating this culture. And I started to hear it so often, and it was so impressionable. It was like it would just charge its certainty with the loudness, the brightness, the darkness, the like everything specific, the shininess. It's just everything that made it its itness. And the most important decision you make in life is who you spend your time with. So why don't you spend more time with yourself? Like, since you can't leave yourself, love yourself. Yeah? You feel me? And trust me, I fucking get that it can be fucking hard to get this. I have not gotten this yet. And it feels weird that I haven't gotten something that's so natural to us. But it's fear and conditioning, and it can be freed in a moment. You can be stripped of it in a moment. Through gratitude, man. Like, if we realize everything's a gift, then we're just left to be grateful that we are given all these gifts to and for ourselves. So if we open up and use them appropriately, know their places, build up our boundaries. Once we know who we are, then it's like build up our boundaries to sustain our standards of what our limits are to who can get in and what can happen that we accept of ourselves. Then it's like, oh my God, you would just love yourself. And everything that isn't coming out of us, it's not coming out of us, right? Like, that's where it comes from, because that's where it's living. That's where it lives. That's where your answer lives. It's in you being you and maximizing and doing all of who you is and doing it your way. Like me, I'm like going for it. I'm like, I feel it alive when we talk about it. It's like, oh, this communication, this just happens. And I'm like, look at my mannerisms. I'm going, and it's big and it's louder and the energy is there. And I'm talking away to myself right now. But that's what being me looks like on a fundamental level right now in this moment. So that's what I be. And lots of you out there, this will be like, well, I know that's not me. And lots of you will be like, oh, fuck, I have like I kind of want to be like that. That's your gifts already gauging you to be like, you experience something, you have an opinion on it. Check, like, I feel this. This is not like, what's your first? This is how you get self-awareness and all the little points. Hopefully I'll like write the points that I made throughout this. So then it'll be helpful, because I've just done this on a whim sporadically. So it didn't come in with like an organized set of like how to love yourself. But me, you know what? I'll write that after, hopefully. Because the expectation is like, feels like a lot of pressure. And that's what I'm working through, is that how to love yourself. What I was going to say is like your instant gut reaction. When you see something, what is that? What just happened? Where was that? That's where you go to check in with. That's where you go to wonder, okay, what is happening with my hair? I'm on this like journey of figuring this out. I feel like my hair, let's talk about this for 1 second and then I'll let you go. Well, you can go, but my hair, I feel like it's totally, I mean, it's known like I'm having a hair crisis. And my whole crisis on like showing myself is related to spirituality. Interesting. Because they say that hair in so many ways, right, is connecting you to spirit. So I think this is like God saying to me, if you motherfucking won't show yourself, you're going to lose yourself, because this shit used to be long and thick. That's what it is. Stopped wearing the hair extensions. Getting real with like, it's a mess, but it's my gift. And I am just going with it. Okay. See you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. November 1st, 2017. Figured out this technology. Oh my God. 42 minutes. Oh my God. Holy shit. Bye. Love you.